Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome on back to AnimeeArcade. It's so nice to see you all this Saturday night. If you had to pick who would be your favorite streamers, it'd be me and Spunky. Oh, that's so sweet, Sander. Thank you. What the hecky? Thank you so much. We are back. Yo, Gorgonum! Yo, what's up, dude? What's up, my dude? We are back on a Saturday night. I think this is like a quarter. It's either a quarter or a third at this point. I'm not sure. I've got a little bit of sweet potato. Or yam, sorry. I got a little bit of yam here. I got myself a nice big ol' Honeycrisp apple. How goes it? It goes pretty good. I did in fact forget to turn my light on again. So we're just gonna fix that really quick. I also still have my work vest on, so I'm gonna take that off too. Whoops. All right. Now, before we hop into our Pokemon White 0 EXP challenge, it will say Pokemon Black though. I got news. I got all kinds of news. Last Saturday, I did not really get to stream any of this Pokemon stuff. Because when I got off of work early, turns out somebody had actually broken my window and got into my car. They didn't steal anything for some reason. Like, I mean, that's great. Thank goodness. But I'm just like, I'm shocked that nothing was stolen. But yeah, I got off early and then it was just like, well, now I gotta just report this to the police, report this to work security, report this to insurance. And that took me like 3 more hours. And I was like, I can't do Pokemon stream tonight. That's not happening. My brain is like basically shot. Blech. Other news, cooler, more important news. I picked up an extra Switch yesterday. Tuesday, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be able to RCM that Switch, and then if I can't RCM that Switch, I'm gonna trying to get into contact with some people who know how to do a chip install. But I finally got a third Switch to mod, which is very exciting because I have had so many plans in once, but haven't had the time or the funds for a modded Switch yet. So that's exciting. 3, last announcement. The Mario Madness Bingo Tournament is soon. It's so soon. It's happening really soon. If you play Super Mario 64, if you speedrun Super Mario 64, and you think you might have a little bit of game knowledge you want to show off, I'm going to be hosting a bingo tournament with unique goals next March. Or this March. It's in a couple weeks. It's really soon. The last day you can sign up is February 27th, because on the 28th, I'm going to put the contestants together. We're going to build our bracket, and we're going to go from there. So if you know anybody, or if any of you might be interested, you can shoot me a DM on Discord, shoot me a DM on Twitter. You could potentially send me a whisper on Twitch. I may or may not see it. I try to see it, but we'll see. We'll see. And with that, let's get into our challenge, shall we? Yeah, that is true, Xander. I do need some way for people to be able to capture their gameplay. Hecky. I think I'm on... Did I beat this gym leader? I'm pretty sure I beat this gym leader. I'm gonna, like, double check, though. Because there's a bunch of cannons, right? I'm 99% certain I already beat this gym leader. which means we have 2 badges left to grab. We've got 6 badges right now. Oh, yeah. No. We definitely beat this gym leader. I recall. We definitely did. I'm still going to go through the cannons because it's kind of fun. Also, dude, Honeycrisp apples are one of my most favorite apples. They're so heckin' good. Like, just listen to this. They're super sweet, and they're super, super satisfying to crunch. It's so good. I love Honeycrisp. I love apples in general. Like, dude, straight up. I don't know if I've mentioned it on my stream before, and if I haven't, that's like really silly of me. I freaking love apples, my dude. It's like literally my favorite food. Like, not my favorite fruit. No. It surpasses favorite fruit. And it's favorite food. I freaking love. I love apples so heckin' much, dude. Oh, nope. There we go. Almost forgot what I was doing for half a second. Let me go up here. Oh, is it in the center of that puddle? There it is. Yo, an Ultra Ball. Okay. That's pretty epic. Oh, Sharon. Come on. Anime. Since we both hold the jet badge now, let's see which one of us is stronger. Fine. Yeah, Pokemon is like, it's in such a different era now. Like, there's obviously nothing wrong with that, because obviously the game has like made some leaps and bounds. It used to be on the Game Boy, and then the Game Boy Color, and then the Game Boy Advance, and then when it went from 1 screen to 2 screens on the DS, and they just utilized the heck out of that bottom screen to do some optimizations and add some things that they could never do in the original games. And then now they're on the Switches, and they're just back to single screen, but they took some of those improvements and optimizations from the split screen stuff and tried to put them in a way that works in a console format back onto a single screen. And, they did pretty decent. Like, I haven't personally ran into too many glitches and bugs in Scarlet for the short amount of time that I've played it until I go back to it. Think I could turn game audio up a little bit? Sounds so good, and it's a jam. I could turn it up like a smidge. Hi, Redo. Thank you. Hope you're doing well, Redo. Let me open my volume mixer really quick. I will turn it up like a smidge. Oh, my volume mixer's at max. Hold on. Oh. And the music stopped. Where is tools? Hold on. I'm trying to find this. Configuration. Sound settings. I'll turn the volume up to like 30. 30. There you go. Just chilling, playing Hitman World of Assassination. Ooh, how is it? Pig Knight. Switch. Do any of these have like a ground type move? I don't even remember what I have. No, nobody has any ground types. Oh, wait. No, we're definitely using Toons. Toons is going to do it. Toons is going to come in clutch. But yeah, I turned it up like 10 ticks. Hopefully it's not louder than my voice by too much. But I agree, dude. I very much agree with you, Xander. Like, Gen 5's music is fantastic. I love Gen 5. Ow. Uh-oh. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh well, I took out some damage with my Rocky helmet, so I will take that. All right, Zebra, let's go. Managed to find a way to make AI go full spaghetti and fling all the way to the other side of the map, all because of a crowbar in a certain part of the staircase. Yo, let's go. Let's go. I love seeing like really goofy looking ragdoll stuff in games. It's so funny. Yo, what up, Ants McGee? It's true, that is a lot of Zeebs. I agree. The thing that I like about when you stream is that you're rarely ever late. I try to be on time. I really do. There are some days where like I'm doing so much running around, or something will come up last minute and I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry, I gotta go like an hour later. But on standard days where I don't have to do that, I definitely try to be on time as much as I can be. Thank you. I like the redeems myself. I think they're pretty silly. I think they're pretty fun. I enjoy them. Do I still have the Pokeball redeem on? Hold up. It's still on. Okay, that's cool. That's good. That's good. What'd you find, Redo? Simisage. Simisage. Oh, my bird. Yo, Switch Runner, let's go. How you doing, dude? You're just so organized to begin with? I try to be. And AI's head is stuck in a door. Dang, rip AI. Big sad. Do you have Flare? Oh, I got Flame Charge. Let's go. Saving your channel points to make me dab at 1 mil. There's so many people. Doing good? Nice. There are so many people who are trying to save up to 1 million points to make me dab. Like, I don't even mean that as a joke. I have, like, I know at least 3 to 4 people who have explicitly said that they're saving up to make me dab. And you know what? I believe in you. I believe in you. It's going to be a momentous occasion if somebody ever happens to get 1 million channel points and make me dab. We do have a tournament coming up, which means that people will be able to gamble points if they think it's worth their while. Trying to hide my mouth as I clench. Sorry. No worries, Switch. I love the honestly, I love all of my alerts. I love seeing all of my alerts used, because I think they're all just so fun. They're all just so fun. We are in trouble. Bro, why are you faster than everybody on my team? Excuse me? This might be a minor issue. Why did I not teach this dude Charm? Excuse me? Or not Charm, Attract. I mean Attract. Why didn't I teach him Attract? Yeah, confused right. All right, that'll have to do. Thank you for saving your 1K. It's me, Mario. Hello. Let's go. Woohoo. Yay! Wahoo! Waha! Oh no! So long, Bowser. Bye-bye. Super Mario Odyssey! Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. Why does that remind me of Suction Cup Man when the AI flings themselves? I can only assume that it has something to do with the sound effects that they decided to make. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. That's probably it. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. We are in trouble. Y'all, I love apples so much, dude. Like, for real, I freaking love apples. They're so good. Yo, get binded, life hard. Now we're gonna gear grind. Ow. Whoa! Jeez, don't crit. Another head stuck in a door, spazzing out. Rip. 55.2k, dude. I could almost live on apples and pitch black. You're not wrong. Almost. I'm gonna say almost because definitely not. But honestly, almost. Almost. Lemonade. Yes. Unfortunately, I will run out of pitch black before I run out of apples. I can give you that answer, Xander. Oh, Ants, you gotta get it. You gotta get it. It's so good. It's grape. It's grape, dude. God, it's amazing. I do not have follow age, but I do have the ability to click things. Switch, you have been following me since November 4th, 2021. You did unlock a home-seeking briefcase. Nice. Gerp, it's Gerp. It's so good. A home-seeking briefcase. That's really interesting, actually. Sounds intriguing. What about Xander? Xander is currently sitting at following since July 26, 2021, which actually wasn't too long after his account creation. So that's pretty fascinating. Neat. Man. Yo, that's real sweet. Oh, I gotta complete all these. That's right. Complete all. Burp. That was... Yo. Suppose tomorrow when I go shopping, I will have to cave to your peer pressure. Look for either... You might, more likely than not, find a 20-ounce bottle. You know, the standard, like, soda bottles. You can find one of those at, like, a 7-Eleven. I can't guarantee anything about 12-packs. And also, they did make energy drinks. They made energy drink versions of it. And they have a zero-sugar variant of the drink as well, if that's your thing. That was a fine Pokemon battle. I'm happy to see you are both growing as trainers. Wait, who's Elder? Hold up, this is somebody else. Who is this? Oh, it's that guy. I forgot. You're currently drinking some Gamers Ups? Yo. That is true, Xander. Hydration is very, very important. If it isn't the champion Elder. I'm weak, so I lost. And honestly, it bothers me when you call it a fine battle despite that. Oh, honestly, Sharon. Just accept the compliment without the stinging remark. I've asked you this before, but what do you plan to do after becoming strong? If I get strong and become a champion, that will be the reason for my existence. Dude, nah, man. You need to get... Nah, man, dude, get your priorities in check. That's a terrible reason for existence. Bad call. How did I like that Breath of the Wild clip? Oh, it was hilarious. It was good stuff. I want to prove that I'm really living. You remind me of Marshall. Of course, having something you want to become is important. But what is even more important is what you do with your newfound power. Anyway, take this. It was a good clip. Speaking of Pitch Black and what I think of first, did you see they were making a new Riddick movie? Really? Interesting. Interesting. They're making a new Riddick Chronicles movie. Here, you too. Did they just like run out of we got surf! We got surf, baby! If you use the move surf, you can travel over water. I shall see you again, young trainers. Don't forget about the needs of the Pokemon at your side. I think you need to whack them harder, Redo. Just a little harder. What do I do with my power? I don't know that answer yet. First, I want to become a strong trainer, so everyone will acknowledge that power. Anime, next time I will win. You're pretty excited? The last movie was pretty good? Yeah. Good. Good. Oh, is this a battle that I can't avoid? Oh, wait, I need to heal. They came back and then went to the ground. That sounds about right. I need to go like this. There we go. Because there's a nice lady up here who will heal. So let's just do that real quick. Nope, not you. You. Sorry. Thank you, ma'am. I'll replenish myself as well. Ragdoll physics. Let's see, if this guy's a hiker, we're gonna have a problem, but let's just put Gearhead up front really quick, just in case. Yeah, I thought so. Conquering a mountain means conquering your fears. Can you win against Pokemon that have conquered many mountains? I don't know about that, dude. Do it. You're challenged by a hiker tail. Corpse launch. This is super effective, right? Yeah, I remembered typing. Yay. Typing is important to remember. Ow. Get wrecked, son. His defense throw sharply. Boldor? It's a little too late. It's a little too late for your defense, my guy. See ya. Girder, that's a fighting type. We are definitely switching to Toons. Let's go, Toons! Yeah! Bird time. And fly. Yo, World of Assassination on Game Pass. It's really fascinating how many games end up on Game Pass. It's really interesting. Real talk, Gigalith is one of the top tier Rockmons. Honestly, Gigalith is like very cool. Honestly, really good rock designs. No! Ah, crap. Colossal's pretty interesting, I'd say. For sure. I think the idea, the concept of the colossal Pokemon is fascinating. Let me just grab a sentient minecart full of coal and then just make it absolutely strong beyond reason. Got him. All right, now we gotta go heal up again because he took Toons out. I'm sorry, Toons. All right. Why'd he do that? Hello, board. You were like, you want to download it on your PC, but you have a crap ton of games already on it. That's fair. Yeah, I'm trying to not buy any games this year because I have too many and I want to get through my backlog. So buying games this year is basically not going to happen unless it's for stream or for multiplayer games with friends. I was working on that shrine for like 30 minutes and couldn't figure out how it was supposed to work. Then when climbing back up, you noticed the ball got stuck and I was like, let me try something. Hey. You're buying Prime Remastered twice, once physically and once digitally? Attaboy. Telling Nintendo what's good. I know somebody in my Discord and in somebody else's Discord, big ol' Fivehead, he's like, oh my gosh, I don't even have a Switch, but I want to buy the game. I want to buy Metroid Prime to make sure Nintendo knows what they did is good. I'm just like, ah, man. Actually, wait, I need to see what level these Pokemon are. I guess Gearhead can stay in the front. Let's pull out the dowsing machine. What level are you? Yeah, oh, Cryogonal. Ah, it's level 28. I'll see if I can find a higher level. You just pre-ordered Tears of the Kingdom and Pikmin 4. Ayo, very nice, very nice. Tears of the Kingdom looks so good. It looks so good. It's a very interesting. Ah, hey, look, there's Clay again. Oh, enemy. One way of limiting a target. Nice. Matt Mercer Gannon. Aw, man. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, buddy, boop, 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 boop. Snoot, booping the snootin'. What a surprise. Seeing you here while I was inspecting Twist Mountain. The two of you seem a bit more rugged than the last time I saw you. A little bit, anyway. Is that so? By the by, you folks seen that Team Plasma crowd lately? After all the trouble, we gym leaders met up and had a chat. But we got no clue where they are. It's like they're hiding under a rock. Well, not much to do but wait for them to move. Anyhow, this is none of your concern. Squirts like the two of you should just enjoy traveling with your Pokemon. Twist Mountain's a fine place to explore. You'll have some fun if you just leave this here path. Well, better you just say it yourself instead of listening to me yammer. Be seeing you, Sprouts. It was the first time I bought game vouchers, saved $30 because Tears was $70. Oh, yeah. Okay, but don't you mean you saved $20? Because the vouchers are still like $100 anyways. So you saved $20. Oh, thank you, Redo. Thank you. Gosh, hecky. Thank you. I'd like to think I am sometimes. Feel free to train yourselves on my mountain for as long as you like. Oh, Pikmin was 60. Okay, all right. I got you. Here, the thing about the Game Passes is they've never been fully explained. They're just like, oh yeah, $100 for 2 games, and like almost every Nintendo game that I was interested in was like already $50 or like $60, and I'm like, how does this save me money in any way? But yeah, I guess you can use it with Tears of the Kingdom. You've been actually trying to grow out your beard? Are you doing that? Are you shaving it? People say it grows faster after you shave it, but I don't know how true that actually is. I don't know if that's just like a common myth. I don't know. The thing about facial hair is like, my dad's got some good facial hair. I've actually got some pretty decent facial hair. At least I like to think so. But two of my brothers, like, they cannot grow it. Like, they cannot. My other brother, who's like 2 years older than me, he's just like, yeah, I can't grow facial hair. If I do, it's like these little piddly hairs in just random spots, so I just shave it. Facial hair is weird, dude. I thought he was going to get us involved in all that bother again, so I was bracing myself before I knew it. I'm going in first, but I'll be seeing you. Also, I did try to stay canon with everybody's voices, but I've had so many breaks in between things, I don't actually know what's canon anymore. So, I'm still going to try to do my best, but it's just a myth because it's more visible because the ends are blunted. Ah, that makes sense, actually. That's why they say 5 o'clock shadow, and it's literally just because it's like, oh, yes, you just shaved, didn't you? Well, this looks like it's going to be interesting. At first, it seemed like a Game Pass subscription service type thing, but I looked into it, and it's basically like paying $50. Yeah, no, yeah, that's definitely what it is. I never saw it. Like, the way that I understood it, I read everything, and it all looked correct, and I got it. But at the time, the games weren't $60 yet. So I was just like, I don't see how this is saving money. This seems silly to me. But again, little did I know, it actually does save some money. That's something. Yo, the music kind of slaps. Not gonna lie. Why is there an item by that dude? I don't want to. Okay, so these Pokemon seem to be level 20. Okay, 28, 29. Which means we're going to put Zebra in front. And I believe I still have some repels. Right? Oh, yeah, I do. Let's go. So if we run into any Pokemon, it's going to be like level 29. Currently munching on some ramen. Yo. Ramen is pretty dope. I hesitated for like a second, and then my brain just kind of paused there. I want to know how the fighting Pokemon feel. That's where I fight too. That's me, a battle girl. How to do it the hot water way? Honestly, I like doing it the hot water way and the microwave way. I'll do it either way. But a lot of the times, I'll do it the hot water way. I'll take my teapot, fill it up with water, turn that stove on, get that nice and burning hot. Throw the ramen into a bowl, slap that hot water all over it. Go stop. You got some PB pretzels. Oh, God, that's such an S-tier snack food. Oh, I love peanut butter. I love pretzels. And just putting them together is amazing. I expect to take way too much damage on this dude, which is a little frustrating. For lunch, you just had some jerky? I hope you've had enough food for the day. Did you have like a whole jerky bag? Like half a jerky bag? Yo, let's go. I bet that shower felt awesome. I took my shower yesterday. Felt so good. Oh, I love a nice, good warm shower. Just, oh, you feel so clean afterwards. It was so nice. So nice. throw. Could you stop bulking up, please? Half a jerky bag? Okay. Did you have anything with it? Did you have anything with the jerky? Or was it like just the jerky? Because that's almost a meal. Almost. It was very close. Oh my god, I love apples. Just a bag? Okay. Alright, that's pretty passable as a lunch. I just want to make sure people are making sure that they're eating enough food, make sure they're hydrating themselves enough. You know, it's really important to make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. You weren't really in the mood to cook, make anything for lunch? I feel that. There's some days where I'm like, dude, I do not want to like cook anything heavy. I just want to, you know, just like cook something nice and quick that I can still eat and like I'll still feel satisfied. I feel that. I should have avoided this trainer. I didn't know. Ah! Oh, it's a Sudat. Okay. Oh, wait. Actually, wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. That might be bad. Dude, I love saunas. Saunas are, like, so nice. I very much enjoy saunas. Oh, wait. Zebra has pursuit. There's not many sauna places there? Gosh, hacky. Yeah, that's true. I do have that, Xander. I do have that occasionally. Ha, get wrecked, dude. Ah, really? Snapped out of it immediately? Dude, lame. Nice. And the one costs $50 for 3 hours? Oh. You could just run from the trainer? How hard is that? That's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. It's a little difficult. Just a smidge. Also, I'm a ding-dong. This dude is psychic flying, and I have an electric type, which means I could use an electric type move. And not just pursuit, but it's too late. I'm a dingus. Let me see real quick. Do that. Nice. Oh, I actually still have a regular repel? Huh. Weird. Here's this lemonade really quick. Zebra's looking a little rough. Zebra's looking a little rough there. Do that. There we go. I'm going to hold off on healing Gearhead real quick. I'm going to hold off onto that. There's only 2, 3, 5, 8 hours available, and I'm usually in the sauna for like 5 hours, and it costs 85. Ah, yeah. Gosh, hacky. That sounds like it'd be so nice, though. Oh, wait, this is level 30 girder. Hold up. We should catch this dude. Hold on. We should definitely catch this dude. He's level 30. We should catch this guy. Hopefully I don't die. Let's just spam him with some shockwaves. Is it shockwave or spark that causes paralysis? I have already forgotten. Because if we can get some paralysis going, that would be radical. I'll do one of each. It was that one. We do have a minor problem. We have a minor problem. The rest of my Pokemon are super weak to fighting type. You know what you should do for the rest of your night? Yo, what about, hold on, what about getting comfy cozy in bed? Like, you don't have to go to sleep. I'm just saying, like, just like get like nice and comfy, all bundled up with your blankets. Oh. And then yeah, you could like play on your Switch in the blankets. Very comfy. I actually do that a lot. I think like probably like 80%. 80%. Yo, what we name in the Pokemon Switch? I think like 80% of my Switch playtime is like when I'm laying down before bed and I play for like an hour, hour and a half. Nice. GG's on the mission, Redo. Nice job. Switch, what are we naming this boyo? I'm also just gonna eat my apple here really quick, so. Honestly, I still kind of want to get a Steam Deck. That would just be like, he seems like a Jimro. Yeah. Like, a Steam Deck just seems like the most optimal way for somebody like myself, and honestly for a lot of other people, to play games. I know my brother purchased a Steam Deck. So he's got one, and he really likes it so far. Like, I honestly, I do definitely still want to get one in the future. Would be radical. Would definitely help. Oh my god. I don't trust any of those. You? Because I have a lot of games on Steam that are in my backlog. Like, honestly, not as many as most people. But I know for a fact that I do still have, like, a lot of games. Repulse effect wore off. Epic, which means... Oh! Oh, wait. Oh, wait, no, we sent Chad to the PC. Dang it! Okay, I was gonna say, like... we could throw in Chad, and then we'd only run into level 30 Pokemon. But that's fine. Now to do a showstopper again? Yo, good luck. Good luck. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited for March. I'm super stoked for March. I have multiple reasons as to why I'm stoked for March. Like, not just one reason, not just the tournament, which I'm very stoked for the tournament. What? Wow, the timing on that. Level 30! All right, let's get level 30 rock type, I think, if I can. It would be nice if that was possible. You guys trying to maximize complete? Yeah, let's go. I love, like, if I really love a game, and I mean, like, really love a game, I will absolutely take the time out of my day to 100% it because, oh, man, it's so worth my time if it's a game that I love. All right, no worries, Xander. Have a good evening. Good to see you, my guy. You're dying to know if your guess was right. Man, good luck on the challenge. Thanks, Xander. Man, yeah, you'll have to see. Dude, straight up, I almost forgot to get some stuff that I actually need for March. Because, like, I have a lot of things planned for March, and I almost forgot there was something I needed to buy And I almost completely forgot. Let's go. How many letters do I have? Oh, I got this. I got this. Soul. Ants. Swole ants. There we go. Epic. Ants, you're a rock now. No, 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 no. I'm not going down there. You can't trick me. I don't want to fight any trainers if I don't have to. I want the Pokeballs, but I don't want to fight the trainers. I think it's this door. It's not that door. I was wrong. It's this door. Alright, let me slap out a Max Repel. And some Lemonado. Lemonado Arts? Yeah, I guess something like that. Ah, no, he doesn't need it. Never mind. There's a few classics you're missing. Rip. Rest in pepperoni. Level 30? Question mark? Question mark? I already have one. Don't need another one yet. Probably not. Yo! Katana Saber! Katana, hope you are well. Hope you are doing swell. Yo! Katana Saber! Katana, thank you so much for the raid! How's it going? How was your stream? Hope you are doing well. Hi, Katana. How was your stream? How did you do? Did you have fun? I literally am bad at spelling. I am sorry. Woo! You're going to have to try to complete the missions, the classic missions with only a suit. I believe in you, we do. You got this. You're doing well? Heck yeah! Y'all should absolutely go follow Katana. Katana makes some pretty good arts, and if I remember correctly, also makes some really cool fursuit designs, as well as some pretty good fursuits. They're pretty cute. Yeah! Fursuit making stream. You should check them out. They had an Apple-themed fursuit that they were working on. Or, not working on, but they had a pattern for an Apple-themed fursuit. And it was so good. It was so good. I need to give this lemonade to Gearhead. Yeah. Wait, what? Katana, is that a double raid? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yo, alerts. Twitch? Twitch, are you okay? Twitch? Twitch, I hope you're okay. Let's go. Twitch, I hope you're okay. Twitch, thanks. Anyways, you should go check out Katana Saber. Good arts, good fursuits. Maybe. Psychic flying type. Do I have? Oh, wait, no, I have electric attacks. Never mind. We're good. I have electricity. Nah, it's fine, Katana. It was pretty funny. Give me a good chuckle. That did barely anything. Good thing that does barely anything. This is going to be a problem, though. There's a reason the emote is called I'm Glitch. Oh my god. I did not even realize that's what that emote's called. That's very funny. wild. That's right. The raid worked. Regardless. Everything did what it should. Probably. Why am I not using bind? Why am I not using bind? Hello, brain? Are you there? Yes, all the electric moves are super effective, but binding continually does damage. I don't know why I don't do that first. See? Let's do another Thunder Shock. Ow. I'm running very low on lemonades. You're just bringing over your viewers one at a time? Yeah. How far am I in the game? I have currently completed 6 gyms so far. I'm currently chilling in Twist Mountain, trying to get through it. Yo, we got special attack up. That's rad, except I was really hoping that the paralysis wouldn't go through. That's okay. Hypno's gonna help us out. Yeah, there we go. Ow! This is going to be a problem. Hit yourself. No! Alright, that's fine. That's fine. If I KO, I'll just start over anyway. But it will just be, you know, a small trek. Ah, this sucks. What does this move even do again? What is Imprison? What is Imprison? If the opponents know any move, also known by the user, the opponents are prevented from using it. So basically, what you're telling me is that move is useless, just like I always thought it was. It's a mommy looking like clean up everything, shaved a bunch of fur. Looks like I shaved a whole golden retriever. Yeah! There's a lot of work that goes into fursuit making. If you don't know, like, there's a reason why some suits cost as much as they do, because, like, it's a lot of work, guys. It is a lot. There's a lot of work to look cute. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yo, let's go. Brain coming out on top. Nice. Can I leave now? Am I out of... I'm not out of just now yet. Oh, no! This is a problem. Wait, do I have Shadow? Wait. Do I have... I'm pretty sure... Hold up. Hold on. Hold up. I'm pretty sure I have a hold item. That one. We got to give this to Brain. Brain's got to have a smoke ball. Also, there's a person there. Yep, there they are. Yoink. Sure. Okay. As soon as I hit the run button, I have an encounter. Of course. Of course. Because. We will get Chad in the party as soon as we actually get to... I'm out of repels! But they're also a higher level than me anyway, so it doesn't matter. But... yeah, we'll grab Chad and Swole Ants as soon as we're out of this gosh darn twist mountainy placey thing. It's very twisty, it's very mountainy, and we need to get our booty bottoms out of here. That is the wrong button. That's what I wanted. Stop! And this is why we have the Shadow Ball. So we can run. Don't need to be faster than the Pokemon anymore. Just need to know how to run. Yoink. Protein. All right. I'm avoiding those lumps because those could be trainers. They could. You never know. Yeah! Vending machine, vending machine, vending machine, vending machine. Yes. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Epic. It's very important to buy lemonades because not only are they cheaper than super potions, they also heal better than super potions. Let me rest on the bed. Let me rest on the bed. Let me rest on the bed. The vending machine is infinite. I don't know what black hole shenanigans they've got hooked up to it, but I could keep going as long as I didn't run out of money. Please let me. I want to leave. Let me leave, man. Please let me leave, man. Let me leave, man. I'd like to leave, man. Where is the leave? I don't remember. It's been so many years since I've played this game. Oh, I found it. Or did I? Did I? Hello, Boldor. Goodbye, Boldor. See ya, toodaloo. Like G-Scoob. Oh, that's the ice rock. Nice. That's where we evolve Eevee and the Glaceon. Yeah. Yeah. Another Pokemon, but Eevee's the like only important one, so. Yoink. You're debating between running more 64 and playing more Breath of the Wild. I would like maybe, I guess like start with 64 for a bit and do some bingo runs. And then be like, man, you know, if you get frustrated with the bingo runs, then go play some Breath of the Wild. Because I know SM64 is like, SM64 is so weird. It's like the only Mario game so far that like, as far as speedrunning goes, it's like the only one that I'll ever feel like tilted at occasionally. Like not even every time, but just occasionally. And it's like, why is it just 64? Huh, pretty strong. But you're only strong because you trainers are controlling Pokemon. So if you want to set Pokemon free, if that's what you want, you should start with your own. You had a 120 run going that died to THI? No, rip. THI is a level. But taking people's Pokemon by force is not right. That is not real strength. Hey, there you are. We found that thing we were looking for. We should head for the tower now. Oh, but then a TTM moment. No! Get this! Team Plasma has obtained the power to change this world and end people's control over Pokemon. That's right. We must use force in order to right the wrongs of the world. Now let's gather around our king, our Lord N. GTM moments are so much worse than Rico 4 moments. I agree. Well, wait, actually. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I will agree, because right now I'm a lot more consistent at Rico 4 than I am at TTM. So I think so. I'm definitely more consistent at Sunshine than I am SM64. That's true. Those guys. I don't know what they found, but they go the extra mile to gain power and cause trouble. What a bothersome bunch. Anime, I'm going to stay here for a while. I want to think a little bit about what the champion asked me. What do I want to do with my power after I get strong? And why do I want to be strong in the first place? Ah! Battle. Run away! Because it's so much longer and it gets more and more the less and less backup stars you have. True. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Once you run out of backup stars, TTM sucks. Oh man, yeah, it's actually really bad when you run out of backups in CCC lists. Or like when you fall off the top of the mountain and it's like, bro. Because you can only do so many backups after you fall down. Hello, enemy? How is LGM? Ah, this LGM has really taken a shine to you. The Pokédex is important, but time spent having fun together is also important. Say, I just had a thought. Have you heard of Dragon Spiral Tower? Nope, because I don't remember. I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it. Okay, give the story a listen. Dragon Spiral Tower is said to be the Unova region's oldest building. Stories say it's the place where legendary Pokemon came to life, or where they remain in deep slumber. Is the game volume okay, guys? By the way, like, it's not too loud. I turned it up a little earlier, but I just want to double check. I know it's just past Icarus City, but that's all I know about it. That's all anyone knows, because no one has ever been inside. It's fine, epic. My daughter has wanted to investigate that tower for a long time. What? There's something I don't know. That kind of feeling is pure adventure. And I'm not too old for some adventuring. Away I go to have a look at Dragon Spiral Tower. Catch you later. Okay, bye. Is there a town? I, like, desperately need to heal. Oh, we got the music popping. Oh, we got a max revive too. That is epic. Oh, that's like over. Yo, there's a lot of items here. I'm down. How many are there? Wow, there's 2 in one spot. Yo, timer ball. Okay. Actually, that's a great ball to have. Oh, wait. I'm a goose. Hold up. We just... There we go. Oh, no. This is Route 8. I will take that max elixir really quick. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. The seasons of the game are fantastic. Ah, it's such a good... Oh, no, we need our level 30s. Hold up. We gotta go grab Chad. Chad, come back! We need you. All right. Yo, there's we gotta catch a water Pokemon too, by the way. Like, genuinely, we need a water Pokemon. That was an accident. I pushed the wrong button. That was deposit. I don't want deposit. I want move Pokemon. Thank you. Alright, LGM, bye. Chad. We're gonna swap out Gearhead. We're gonna keep Toons for now, because Toons can use Fly, and that'll probably be really helpful later. Let me see. I'm gonna take that back. Yo, you've got a big root. I'm gonna take that back. Sorry, we didn't end up using Pikachu, my brother. but I appreciated the joke while it existed. And Pikachu will forever be in our box here. Alright. Epic. Just heal up really quick just to make sure because I can. And I am going to. Yeah. Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hey kids, I'm ruining your square! Alright. I know that was kind of rude, but it was also pretty funny. Oh, I can't get that item unless it's snowing! I can't get it. It has to be snowing for me to get it. Oh, Toons. Okay, I didn't know what was gonna happen there, but that's really funny. Oh, that's great. You got it at level 27, and it's level 27. Yeah, I can't evolve my Pokemon, you goof. Oh, the ice, baby. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay, actually, we do need Gearhead. Hold up. We actually kind of. Oh wait, no, we have Chad. Never mind. We don't actually need Gearhead. We might get Gearhead if we need him, but like, Chad might do the trick. Let me see. Let's go teach Chad some TMs. What moves does Chad have? That is my question. Chad, what you got? What do 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 you got? Somewhat, dude. Oh my God! Switch! Look at this description. He's somewhat of a clown. Oh, that's perfect. Chad was the perfect name. All right, he knows Rock Throw, Wake Up Slap, Chip Away, and Bulk Up. Chip Away. The target stat changes don't affect this attack's damage. Okay, good to have. Wake Up Slap is 60. Bulk Up boosts attack and defense stats. Rock Throw is good. We might not need to teach Chad anything. Let me go check real quick, though. Let's see. I'm just looking at the types and not the moves. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, that's good. Oh, dude, why didn't I teach acrobatics to Toons? Oh, because Toons has Rocky Helmet, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, Swole Ants. What do you got? You know, Iron Defense, Smackdown, Power Gem, and Rock Slide. Okay, you're just literally a powerhouse. Oh, yeah, and Rock is super effective. Dude, we literally caught, like, the 2 Pokemon that we need. Physical, special, physical. I need to remember that. I'm going to take your Quick Claw and give it to Swole Ants, because while Swole Ants may be strong, she is going to be a little weak. So we're just going to have to fix that real quick. Chad, you should take... Oh, we could do Eviolite. Yeah, we're going to do the Eviolite. Because he could still evolve, so let's just check him out. Let's help him. Bright Powder for Zebra. Yeah, that's really good. All right, I'm going to keep Bright Powder on Zebra. Rocky Helmet can still be on Toons, because I think that'll be good. All right, let's do it. Let's go kick some butt. Another gym leader butt. Give me that fresh water. Bless you. It's ice puzzle time. Let's go figure out how to slide on ice. It is ice time. We will slide on the ice, man. It's time to spin right and left, up and down, all around we go now. Why is this guy a fighting type? Well, well. If you are feeling dizzy because of the gym machines, I will stand in your path. So, wait. If I wasn't feeling dizzy, would he still stand in my path? Because his implication is that he'll only stand in my path if I'm feeling dizzy. So what if I'm not feeling dizzy? Will he still stand in my path? That is my question. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Oh, he used Endure. Dang it. Waste of a rock move. Alright, I'm just doing chip away. Don't want to waste any of my super effective moves. That is not a good idea. Cryogonal! Let's beat him up. Beat him up, 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 beat him up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But beat him up. Wake up slap. Ow. Ice beam. Whoa! Don't mind me not realizing that Cryogonal is 5 levels higher than me. Don't mind me. Another cup chew. This is fine, but we're going to use a lemonade. We do need to use a lemonade, because that was a lot of damage. I might need to give the bright powder to Chad. Or no. He has Eviolite. That's right. Never mind. Rock throw. Endure! Well, Cupchew. Sad to say, Endure will not matter for that one. Get wrecked. Small bear with a cold. One of the things I actually love about Cubchew, I actually really like Cubchew, and one of the things that I like about Cubchew is the fact that its cry is just literally its name, just like from the Pokemon anime. It's literally Cubchew just says its name, and it's like, ah, how charming. Fresh water. No, we don't even need that. Yeah. Just gonna move that really quick. Yoink. I just wanna... Dude, let me not fight you. How about that? Ah, dude! Let me battle with you? No! I don't wanna! How strong? How strong? How strong? Yo! Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead! Oh, but it did raise the defense. I might still be dead. Hey, yo. Alright, I'm dead. Dang. Rest in pepperoni. Yo, let's go, Chad! Okay. That ice beam was way more powerful at the last Cryogonal for some reason. Yeah. Let's go, Chad! Chad's killing it. And good old lemonade. I bet if I didn't have the Eviolite on, that's probably when he would have ate it. Whee! Why do I have to fight more of you dudes, please? I don't want to fight. I just want to play. I always call myself and choose a critical moment in a battle. I don't think you can choose a critical point in a battle. I think it just kind of happens. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's just one of those things that it just kind of happens. You don't really choose when the critical point in a battle is. I don't know, but that sounds a little misleading. My attack harshly fell? Dang. It's too bad rock throw is not a physical attack. Wait, why did that do less damage? Is it actually a physical attack? Am I a dingus? I might be a dingus. Alright, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They out of here. Bye. Bye. Alright. Down, around, up. Oh god. I have made a mistake. Yeah, okay. Oh, nope. Nope. Rats. No! Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da. I'm trying. They're gonna make me fight again. There's no point for these fights. I don't gain any experience. There's no point to this fight. Just wastes my power points. Man, oh man. Oh my gosh, I need to make a new color for... my sub badges. I'm coming up on like 3.5 year sub badge. I don't have a color for that one yet. Like, I'm gonna be able to add it really soon, but I need a coin color. I gotta make one. Man. A Vanillish? Okay, did you guys know that for like absolutely no reason that they really needed to, they made the ice cream cone Pokemon like actually incredibly powerful? Like, Vanilluxe is actually kind of a beast. This is Vanillish, so the one Vanillish evolves into, it's kind of wild. Oh god, really? I missed. Bruh. Bam, get out of here. Your stat changes mean nothing. Alright, now we gotta go here. Slap, 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 bop, bop, bop. Nice. Except, oh no, we're good. Whee! Can I stop fighting people now? Why do you make me do these battles? I can't skip a single one of these. Or can I? Maybe. I don't know, but it's fine. Slap him. He used acid armor. Dang it, dude. Okay, I think rock throw is actually a physical attack and that I'm actually just kind of a dingus. Anyway, chip away. Ow. Lemonade, crunchy ice, beat it once, beat it twice, turn around, touch the ground, freeze. I think it's very appropriate for this moment in time here. Dude, why you gotta do so much damage? I don't want to use all my lemonades. That's a horrible idea. Alright, well, fine then. Let me just... Zebra, come here. Come here, Zebra. Come here, Zebra. You've got that bright powder. That's enough for me. I'll take it. Yeah. That's some damage. It's a little bit of damage. It's what I need. Hopefully other Zebra is fast enough. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's find out and see. It is. Let's go. Let's go, Zeboras. Get out of here, you heckin' single scoop. Why do you have another single scoop? She's got another single scoop. Paralyzed, 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 paralyzed. No! Did not paralyze. All right, fine. Flame charge. That's what you get. That's what you get. Oh, my speed rose. Oh, let's go. Zebra. Zebra gonna win. Zebra coming in clutch. Let's go, Zebra! Yes! All right. We need a heal. Let's heal up, chat, and then we'll heal up Zebra. Epic. Ba da 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 da. Swing me around, man, then we swing round and round again once more and fight a trainer. Come on. They really don't want you to skip anybody in the ice gym, dude. Man. Big sad. Why are there more vanillish? Why are there more? Fights. Wake up, slap. Bap, slap. Get some macaroni. Nice. Now we just do a quick little rock throw. Just a small rock through as Vanillish just absolutely wastes their turn. Let's go. Get out of here, dude. Bruh, I can't believe that wasn't strong enough. Well, 2 good things chip away. It's not affected by stat changes. Let's go, Chad. Chad just kind of carrying this gym here. We are definitely going to go hit the Poké Center after this because I am running solo. Very, very low on all of my moves. Yeah, Chad's just like... Chad is gaming. He is currently the MVP for the ice gym. 100%, dude. Are we at the end yet? Like, please. Please. Oh, we're at the end. Thank gosh. Finally got to the end. Hell yeah. We need to go heal. We need to go heal. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Bicycle music. Let's go. Except now it's gone again. Sadness. Yeah, Chad's just gaming. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I just remembered something from work. Okay, so you guys know the font that I use for Stream Elements, or not Stream Elements. What do I use again? No, yeah, it is Stream Elements. Yeah. Okay, you know the font that I use for Stream Elements? Straight up, no joke, at work today, I saw a box that had that font. It had this font on the side of the box. And I was like, yo, that's my font. That's the one I use. Oh! I was very excited. I can't think of many fonts that, like, I can't think of many businesses or places that actually use Freeform 721 BLKBT. It's not. It's such an old font. Gyro, hello! How are you doing? It's so nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing fine. Man, this gym making you do all the gym battles, kind of lame. Look at this fella. Man, look at him. I'm gonna turn him around. You're ready to face a gym leader. Then, bring it! Yo, this guy is short and to the point. Bryson. That's not a common font at all. I was shocked, but I was happily surprised. Doing good. Just watched WWE Elimination Chamber. Nice, nice. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty well. Doing it all right. We made our way through Twist Mountain. And we're currently just chilling, trying to get through the Ice Gym. Pun was originally not intended, but it is now intended. It is currently intended. Gonna just keep using chip away here because Vanillish seems to keep using acid armor. And you know what? I don't want to deal with that, so get yourself right on out of here, Vanillish. Pretty sure Montreal, Canada, that's right. Right now, oh gosh, hecky. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing that much damage, but they've used acid armor like 3 or 4 times now. If I used something other than chip away, I would actually be doing less damage. If I remember correctly. So let's just knock this fella out. Dude, another height. Come on, dude! Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm gonna heal up after this one. Yep. Oh, my accuracy fell? Ah, dude. Dude, there's only one thing to do when your accuracy falls. So what is no EXP challenge? I cannot gain any experience points. Whenever I try to take out a Pokemon, I don't get any EXP points. It doesn't pop up. It just says, oh, the next Pokemon is ready to come up. I get no EXP. No experience. All right, Vanilla, let's get out of here. Shoot. Let's go. What day is it? Trow, that's tomorrow. Wait. Trow. I am hoping to finish up the entire game tomorrow. 100%. Should be able to. Should be able to. That's what I'm hoping. No, that's not enough. Frost Breath. Ow. We're going to go to the other Zebber. And he should be fast enough to just knock Vanillish out here. As you can see, Vanillish did not. They did not heal the Vanillish this time. So let me just get a quick, good little flame charge out. Knock this guy out of here. Anyways, hope you're doing well, Trow. How are you? How are you? Da-ba-da-ba-da, da-da-da. Sending in Bear Tick, which means we're going to send in Chad. Let's go, Chad. It's been a long... Oh, my gosh, you're just getting home? Holy moly. Oh, my goodness. I hope the day wasn't, like, too hard for you. Gosh, heck. Oh, not Swagger, dude. Joke's on them. Chad's going to power through it. Yeah, let's go, Chad! It's so weird. Day 324 is based on Pokemon. Sora turned into a zebra. It was a crazy cutscene. Had to be there to believe it. Man, you right. You right, though. It wasn't terrible. I was providing medic support for an event in a county 1.5 hours away. Oh, that's so nice of you. That's good. That is wonderful. Trow does so much good work, y'all. Like, for real, for real. Trow does so much good work. Ba-da-da-ba-da! And I know it says Sigma is greater, and I keep saying Trow. Trow used to be one of my teammates when I was on an official Overwatch team. I don't remember which of these is physical. Power Gem is special. Rock Slide is physical. That's right. Okay, yes, official in air quotes. But, you know, I mean, it was an esports team. So listen. Yo, one shot! Get out of here, Cryogonal! Let's go! Oh, snap! We did try. It's true. We did try. I did the best that I could. I did the best that I could. You have finished cleaning everything up? Let's go, Katana. Now your room is nice and clean. In honor of your stout heart, I will give you this. Yo, give me that badge. Yes! We've got 7. 7 of 8. Yeah! One more. You have 7 badges. That means Pokemon up to level 80 will obey you. Dude, I don't even have anything over level 30, all right? This TM will convey my regard for your accomplishments. Frost Breath. Ba-ba-da-bum. A move that always results in a critical hit. Frost Breath. Okay, wait, actually, that's like kind of strong. That is like actually pretty powerful. Hold up. You're doing a special run in Scarlet and Violet? Ooh, what are you doing? 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 I am curious. Ah, yes. Anime. I've been talking with Bianca, and I'm wondering, since you left November Town, has something about me changed? Mario is very attracted to the Mo. Oh my god, rip. Switch, no. No, Switch, no! Your copy of SM64 is very personalized to that mode. No, dude. Your workspace is nice and clean, but it will get messy again tomorrow. Yeah. Arts and crafts, though. Thinking about what I want to do. Thinking about what I should do. I felt like there was nothing. I can only use the 3 Pokemon you have to walk 1,000 steps with to evolve. Ooh, that actually sounds really interesting. Have I really become stronger? Or is it just my Pokemon that have? I don't know anymore. Hey, cheer up, Sharon. Isn't it nice to see everyone? Anime, you know what? This time, I'll go to the Pokemon fan club. I'm really searching for what I want to do and what I can do. You keep having to leave my blanket. No, not the blanket. Oh, no. I'm so sorry, Switch. No. The cozy blanket. Who are you? Who? Us? I'm Bianca. And this is Sharon. I know you are there. Why don't you show yourselves? Yo, Shadow Triad.
Impressive, Gym Leader of Icarus City. We, the Shadow Triad, are beings of the shadows and not easily noticed. Our mission was to speak only with Anime, but so be it. Justice has a message for you. Come to Dragon Spiral Tower. It is there that our Lord N waits for you. Now, our mission is complete. Dragon Spiral Tower? What's going on?
Hey, tell me! Bye!
Now, hang on. Young man, if you're here for a gym challenge, hang on for a bit. I've got to head to Dragon Spiral Tower.
I'm going too. Dragon Spiral Tower is to the north of here, right? I'm sorry, his ponytail is just like permanently sticking up? It's not hanging down, it's hanging up. What? Whoa. Whoa, what should I do? For now, I have to go to Dragon Spiral Tower. Okay, I'm heading north. I feel that when my Wi-Fi decides to be a reset my Wi-Fi takes like 2 minutes, then goes back to get comfy in my blanket burrito and Wi-Fi breaks again. No! That's so terrible. Dude, when I'm like in bed and it's bedtime and I'm in my blankets, I like do not want to blank that. I do not want to break that for like any reason. Unless I have to like wake up and go pee. Sometimes it's really hard to get out of bed when I don't work in the morning. And because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so comfy. But you know, I have to get out so I can go feed the farm animals. Ah. Anyway, Chad carried that whole gym, and then Swole Ants helped us clinch the victory. It was a very amazing time. Hey, Anime! I need some water. Hold on. Also, I feel like my ears need to be popped. Alright, cool. Oh, Anime! And you must be Bianca. I'm the other Professor Juniper. The Professor Juniper who gave you the Pokedex is my daughter. Nice to meet you, Professor. Thanks to Professor Juniper, I got to go on a journey and start figuring out possibilities for my life. I'm very, very grateful to her. Is that right? Grand. Actually, we should chat later. Anime, Bianca, here's the situation. Some members of Team Plasma, quite a large group, broke through the tower wall and went inside. Bryson and that young man, I believe his name is Sharon, the two of them went after Team Plasma, but... Professor, what's the Dragon Spiral Tower? Sorry. Hold up. Like one of my nostrils decided to close itself. Ha! I guess you would be curious. Well, I'll explain briefly. Dragon Spiral Tower has stood tall since long before Unova was founded. On the top floor, the legendary dragon-type Pokemon awaits for a person pursuing ideals to appear. That's what is said. Are you going to go after Team Plasma, like your friend did? It's admirable of you to join the fight against Team Plasma, but it's risky too. Don't worry. Anime and Sharon are both really, really strong, and they've beaten Team Plasma before. But I'm not all that strong, actually. I admit it. I'm not very strong, so I was thinking it would be nice if maybe I could stay here and be your bodyguard? Why, thank you. That makes me feel much safer. Well, Anime, it's up to you. Climb the tower. This is all I can give you, but it might help you rest. Old Gateau. What? Still, what could Team Plasma be after? Alright, hold up. What is this? Gimme. What did I just pick up? Old Gateau. Old Chateau's hidden specialty. It heals all the status problems of a single Pokemon. Oh, it's just a full restore. Or a full heal. Not a full restore, it's just a full heal. Boo! How many rare candies do we have? One? Oh, we only have one. Ugh. I wish we had another Pokemon that new pickup. That'd be nice. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. Okay. All right. Ignore me. Yo, you're just AO? Hello? All right. I'm down for that. Yo. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. It says they busted through the wall. So why does this, whatever this is, why does it just go right into the wall? And then once you're inside, there's clearly a walking path. Oh, we need a water type Pokemon, don't we? Crap. Okay, probably. Maybe. We might need a water Pokemon. Maybe we should get some repels. Hello, Mienfu. Level 3. Oh, okay. These are higher level. These are higher level. Might do that. For now, we're gonna switch in level 27 Zebra and give them a Shadow Ball. So we can just work with that again. Smoke Ball. I'm sorry. Smoke Ball, not Shadow Ball. Wrong thing. Alright. Dude. Hello, Golurk. Golett. I'm sorry. Golett evolves into Golurk. Hi. Bye-bye. Hello? Is something going wild at the top of the tower? Yeah. Yep. Dude, come on. I just took a step. I took one step. Dude. Ah! Bro, one step encounters are like so dumb, man. They're so dumb. Enemy. You can walk on fallen columns, too. I'm going after Team Plasma. Okay. Alright, well, walking on them, that particular column does nothing. Unless... What if I just turn on my dowsing machine? Okay. Alright, I was wrong. Alright, there's going to be a lot of encounters that we're going to be running from. But at least we'll have a minor idea on the levels of Pokemon in here. There's currently a level 33 Mienfoo. Actually, we might just be able to grab some of the Pokemon from the next route before the next gym. Because I think that's just what we're going to be sitting on here. Zebra, 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 zebra. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Let me out of this play. Okay, I didn't think I had that. I was pretty sure I didn't have that. Is that a Pokeball? Is that a Pokeball or is that a Pokemon? I think that's the real question here. Which one? Is that another Fungus Amungus? Or is it just an actual Pokeball? An item. It's an item! It's a hyper potion. Okay. Yoink. Oh. Okay, can we actually talk about this for a quick second? Like, I'm running on a pillar, all right? This is a fallen giant pillar, just a pillar. You know, it's like round. I could fall off of it. All of a sudden, Pokemon battle. Why are Pokemon battling on a fallen pillar? That seems incredibly dangerous, especially with the pillar sitting up in mid-air. That seems like a terrible idea. Give me that Pokeball. Yeah, I can sell that for money. Tower, stairs. Oh, it's this stuff. Oh, man. Ah, jeez. Okay, but I get a Pokeball out of it, so it's fine. Yeah. Ooh, shiny stone. That's a specific evolution item. Bap, 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 bap. Oh my gosh, they're all here.
Enemy, we'll hold them here. You go on ahead.
This is nothing.
But there sure are a lot of them. Oh, what a complete bother.
Okay, let me through. All right, good. That's fine.
Bryce and Sharon, they're moving around, being annoying.
Okay. All right, I don't know. That was an odd sentence. Actually, that sentence was kind of weird. Ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba, ba, ba. Da 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 ba ba da 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 da. All right. Sorry, the music in this game is so good. Wake up, slap. Wake up, nerd. Ah! Oh, right. That's not Super Fang. I don't have to worry about Hyper Fang, actually. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Ba 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 da ba ba da 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 da. That was ridiculous. Okay, that was yeah. All right. Can you heal me? No? All right, fine. I don't know why I went to the bag. I meant to go to Pokemon. Whoops. Chad. Bag. Medical items. Organize. Fresh water. There we go. Let's use that. Bam. Nice and fresh for Chad. Chad is a gamer. He's a fighter.
I will hurt anyone who disobeys Team Plasma.
Wow. Sir, it sounds like you maybe have some anger issues. Like, probably get those worked out. You know, ba-ba-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry, the music for this game is really good. It's really good, okay? One HP, man. There we go. All right. Epic. Your Pokemon did get hurt. So rude, dude. I'm sure you also thought I am strong and I can win and came here. Nope. Well, okay, I mean, actually, no. This is like, I'm pretty sure I can win. I'm pretty sure I can win. We'll see. I'm pretty sure. Scraggy, dude. Why you got these? What you doing with these lower level Pokemon, you heckin' goose? Bye. Bye. Huh, you thought right. Well, you know. We exist to serve our Lord N. Nope. No. Nah, dude. You are a human being. I don't think that's what you exist for. Yeah, I'm sure you got other things. Okay, this should be a one-hit KO this time, right? Surely. This will be a one-hit KO. Oh. Well, okay, besides fake out. Ignore fake out. Ooh, he's faster. He's faster than me. Makes sense. Cats are pretty quick. They are pretty speedy. Nice. Another light part? Nope. Just gonna do a nice little fake out. Oh, he's gonna use Torment. Ooh! That is a waste of a move, sir. Goodbye. Nice. Using a wake up slap to put them to sleep. Which is very silly. Lemonade. Nah, I don't need it. Not yet. I might soon though. We'll see. Since coming to Dragon Spiral Tower, my stress level has maxed out. The more hyper I am, the faster you'll go down. No. 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 I don't think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work like that. I can't stop singing. The music is just too good. Oh, that's a super fang. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. We're fine. We're fine. Scraggy, nope. What I will do though is use a lemonade. So I am very low in the hit point department. I've been slouching a little. I'm realizing it. I've been slouching. I'm sitting up now. I'm sitting up. My back is no longer slouchy. We're not shrimping here. No, sir. No shrimping allowed. I very much hope we get a heal, because I am running out of power points. Hello, Krokorok. Intimidate. Man. Yeah, Wake Up Slap is on. First you lower my attack, then you raise my attack. Boy, you are confusing me. I thought that was a pretty good joke. Okay, we're out of I think we have like one power point of Wake Up Slap. Yo, Dragon Fang. Hope we find some dragons. Can I get healed? Please. I want to heal. Oh my god, there's so much more to do. Oh no, dude. There's so much running. Can I get on my bike? Dang it. Getting on the bike would have been fun. Yo, more money, basically. I gotta revive. All right, what's that last Pokeball? Excuse me, I'm hitting the down on my D-pad. Thank you very much. How dare. I am a dork. I could have gotten that. I could have gotten that first. I could have gotten that first. I'm just a big goof. Man. Man. All right. Stairs. Whew, there's that noise again. It's shocking! Sounds like something is on a rampage at the top of the tower. Sure does. Dang, dude. Max Elixir. That'll be great for later. It's finally time. Our Lord N will become the hero. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not even a good voice. What? Someone made it clear up here? Now stop that trainer for our Lord N. Everyone who isn't Team Plasma is an enemy. Use all your powers to take them out.
No one can interfere with Unoba's new dawn.
What kind of a battle is this gonna just be like me against 4 in a row? Dang, dude. I'm like running out of fighting moves. I don't know. Ow. He got a critical hit, dude. Are you kidding me? All right, let's go, Zeber. Just gonna do a quick little pursuit. The followers have been are really more into it than it ever seems to be with their like beliefs and stuff. Oh, true though, very true. Krokorok is ground to Toons. It's gotta be Toons. It's gotta be Toons. Toons is the only one here that can actually go up against ground type. But also I don't know like how much damage I'm actually gonna be able to do. Air cutter! Crunch. Oh, Oh no, not the burb. I'm crunching on the burb. Let me just do this really quick, because I can. Swagger, sir. I don't need any of that swagger. I am a oh, wait, actually, never mind. Never mind. Toon's like already. I don't need all that swagger. I already got plenty of swagger. Yo, get wrecked, son. You are your own demise. Get out of here. Sheesh. Losing to a kid. But Team Plasma is more than one person. Our dream is about to come true. No one will be able to stop us. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Bum. Bum. Ba-dum. Bum. Ba-da-da-da-da, beep-a-doo. Beedly-baddly-boodly-boodly-doo. The problem with Swole Ants here. So the problem with Swole Ants in this specific area is Swole Ants is rock type. Krokorok is ground type. And I'm pretty sure ground type is super effective against rock. Last I remember. And that's assuming I even remember correctly. Yo, he used dig. Watch this. Watch this. This is going to be real good. Not that. Don't watch that. That's bad. This. I'm talking about this. Yeah. Toons. Toons crushing it. It doesn't affect Toons. Ah! Dude, I'm already low on lemonade. No! Embargo? Oh, well. Ah, there go all my items. Man. Chrome. There goes my item chances, y'all. I can still do this, though. Just to waste a... Oh, never mind. I wasted a swagger, not a crunch. I was expecting to waste a crunch and not a swagger. But I suppose this is fine. Dang, dude. I have a, like, normal revive. I'm going to just use that on Chad really quick. I kind of need Chad back. Crunch. Oh god, I forgot about Moxie. Alright, come on, Hypno. It's your time to shine. And then if you don't shine, I'll just heal up. Dude. I'll just heal up. Chad. Chad is kind of a clown, but he gets the job done. True. 25-27, 16 round. Run was dead from Nips, but I'm glad he finished. Yeah, Bits Gold. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. Let's get that Bits Gold, baby. All right, now go get comfy in the blanket and play some Zelda. I think it is comfy blanket time. You have earned it. I mean, you were already in comfy blanket time, but, you know, you hit the moat. You had to get out a couple times. Ah. No! Ah! No, he snapped out of confusion while underground! No! Frick. This is a problem. I'm gonna pull Swole Ants back out, but I'm gonna heal up. Ugh, this is bad. I'm gonna just heal up Chad really quick. Crunch. I'm ready. Take me away. Goodbye, cruel world. 1 star sits up. No, switch. No. No. It's time for rest. Also, hey, if you are not following Switch Runner, you definitely should. They are incredibly, and I mean incredibly close to hitting another follower goal. Once they get one more follower, they will be doing at some point a Super Mario 64 0 and or 1 star run. It should be that one follower. Push them over that edge of insanity. I mean fun. I mean it's a challenge, right? Probably. Yeah. That dig, like, actually did quite a bit of damage. It's not very effective and a critical hit, brother. No, the embargo! There's only one way to end an embargo. It's probably the best run in the Mario Hour, which is saying something interesting. There's only one way to end this embargo. I've got one shot. It's Sora? No. Oh, I'm sorry, the zebra. Yes, it is. Frick! Alright, well, that was my one chance. Never mind. Hold on. Yeah, let's go, Zebber! Get him. Yes! Yes! Get out of here! Woo! Now you want to name a Pokemon. Sorry for the meme. All right, hold on to that. I don't remember if I have it set to 1 per hour or 1 per stream. I don't remember what the cooldown is. You may have stopped me, but my teammate will stop you here. He might. His teammate might actually stop me here. Here I come! Plasma! Bum. Bum. Oh, nope, you have a Trubbish. All right, I'm safe. Ha. Ha, ha, ho, ho, hee, hee, hee. Ha, 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 ha. Looks like 1 per hour because you can redeem it again. Nice. What's that? You have a poison-type Pokemon. What's that? You have a poison-type Pokemon. What if I throw some rocks at it? It does normal damage, by the way. It's not super effective. But you know it's something. Oh, you're gonna stockpile, huh? You're gonna stockpile, huh? Fine, chip away. Oh, he's gonna heal. Hold on, wait. I should actually, this fight, I should bulk up. I should, like, actually bulk up so I can, like, absolutely crush whoever comes after this Trubbish. Hold on. Chad's going to bulk up for a second. He's going to hit the gym. He'll be right back. He's going to bulk up at the gym a little. Getting swole. And I'm going to use a lemonade. Aw, crap. That's my last lemonade. Uh-oh. And chip away. Stockpile 2. Hey, guess what, Trubbish? It don't matter. I can chip away. Get wrecked. Lightbird? Nope, no need to switch. Oh, shoot, you have to fight a Lionel? Oh, good luck. That's all I got for you. Good luck. They're kind of tough. Lightbird, why are you wasting your turn with the Hone Claws? You're dead, son. You're dead. Let's go. Even though I lost, I will say, Plasma! Go Plasma! Man, this guy's just a cheerleader. What? Blast them. Blast them. You know, every team needs a cheerleader. They need a team to cheer them on. Our king will create a new world. Bring it on! Can you take on 4 in a row? Surprisingly, the current answer is yes. I'm actually amazed that I haven't had to reset yet. Or, not reset, but go back to the Pokemon Center. Silly speedrunning. Watchog! Dude, if only I, like, actually... Yeah, you're right. You're right, Markinator. You're not wrong. Too much speed running. Too much speed running. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you are doing well. Good to see you. I just heard reset when I got here. Impeccable. Impeccable timing. Excellent timing, my guy. Please do not kill me with Super Fang. Yes, good. We only have hyper potions. That's fine. That's a waste of healing power, but whatever. I'll take it. I'll do it. I'll do the thing. Ow. Trust me, it was worth it to do that. Don't let that amount of HP distract you. You copied my stat changes. I didn't have any stat changes. Man. Alright, we took 4 in a row. Alright. I don't know why I was so worried. I don't know why I was so worried. I don't understand. Why do you keep trying so hard? Well, we'll let you through for now. That's right, you will. Talk to me, sir. The hero will open up the way to a new world, which means you trainers can all prepare to lose your Pokemon. I would like to get healed up by somebody, please. Cowards? I mean, I took all their Pokemon. I beat up all their Pokemon. Yo, cutscene time! Let's go, DS cutscenes. There he is! I like Zekrom. I think Zekrom's pretty radical. What do you think, Anime? How do you like the powerful form of the Pokemon who appears before and fights beside the hero that will lead the way to a new world? Now, Zekrom. Oh, sorry. Now,
Zekrom and I will head to the Pokemon League and defeat the champion. This will be the last of the Pokemon battles that hurt Pokemon so. A world for Pokemon alone. It's finally going to be a reality.
Oh, there he goes.
If you want to stop me, you must become a hero as well. That's right. When Zekrom's counterpart, Reshiram, recognizes you, we will finally be even. And then you can try to stop us. Well, what will you do? My prediction. If the future that I see is true, you will meet Reshiram. The Pokemon with you believe in you so strongly. Will you be the one who interferes with my formula for changing the world? If you want to protect the bonds between Pokemon and people, you must search for Reshiram. I'm sure it is waiting for you in the form of the Light Stone.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Anime, did you see what flew off just now? How could this happen? Why? That was that guy, N, right? Why was he with the legendary Pokemon? He couldn't really be the hero, could he? Also, did I hear him tell you to search for the other legendary Pokemon? Calm down. First, we go back. It's more important to decide what to do next than analyze what just happened.
All right, you're the boss. You're the boss, man.
Astounding. I never would have imagined the legendary dragon-type Pokemon would return now. That guy called N. Team Plasma's boss apparently reawakened the legendary Pokemon. He told Anime to look for the other legendary Pokemon, then flew away. Huh? There are 2 legendary dragon-type Pokemon?
Yes. Yes, there are. Who is this? Oh, it's him again. Why, if it isn't Alder? It's been a while. Have you been well?
No time for chit-chat. Those violent flashes of lightning that shot from the tower. That Pokemon has the power to destroy the world!
If it's on Team Plasma's side, and Team Plasma tells everyone to release their Pokemon, no matter whether it comes from fear or admiration, the world can't help but change. It will become a world where we are separated from Pokemon. Right. Moreover, the boss of Team Plasma, N, who reawakened Zekrom, apparently said to look for the other Pokemon, Reshiram. If I remember the myth, Zekrom's powerful electricity, along with the other Pokemon, devastated ancient Unova in an instant. Even knowing that, N is still wanting to awaken the other? Huh? Isn't it dangerous to bring back a Pokemon that powerful? Miss, you are a very kind person. Still, I don't know if other Pokemon will be able to stand up to it. Because no matter what, it is a legendary being. I don't like the idea of taking orders from men, but searching for the dragon, the stone, might not be a bad plan. We certainly can't let Team Plasma reawaken both of them. Since I traveled all over Unova, I have an idea of where it might be. Let's head to the Relic Castle. Anime, everyone, I'm going. I see. We'll leave that to you. I'm going to investigate inside the tower. Hopefully, I'll find something. Then I will go with you. There they go. I think I understand better now. Being able to do something for Pokemon, for somebody at a time like this, is strength. I'm sure of it. And my strength is something that is given to me by my Pokemon. Okay, champion, let's hurry. There they go. Bum bum. Anime, this has turned into a big deal. So confusing. I don't know what to do. Are you gonna go to the Relic Castle, Anime? Past Route 4 in the Desert Resort. Oh, we gotta go all the way back there. I hear that's where the Relic Castle is. Whee! Backtracking! But like specifically for story progression. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Okay, we are so low on lemonades. We need to go buy some. I think we need to buy 20. Like 20 minimum this time. We're gonna have to like sit there for a bit. But you know what? Lemonades are definitely the way to go. Oh, dude, switch. Have you seen Markinator's new animated emote? It's so good. It's so good. Alright, Tunes, we gotta go to Route 4, which is... That's Route 6. There it is. Ah, it's beautiful. An endless staircase. It's endless. It will never end. It's so good. It's so good. It's way better than it should be. I love emotes like that. I love emotes where you just come up with them and you make them and you're like, why is this so good? Emotes like that are just, it's top tier. Oh yeah, just like that one. True. That one's also really good. Switch was trying to do a speedrun of Donut County. He's very close to world record. And he was trying to get the duck into the hole, and the duck was just like, nah. And it turned into a dance. That one is also fun and silly. Breakdance. I don't want to go into that hole. Let's breakdance instead. How about nah? Let's see. I think one of my favorite emotes is I got Spunky to or actually no, this one. I love this emote. It's literally just a photo of my dog mid yawn. And I was like, wait a minute, Spunky, hold up. Can you just like, can you take this, make the background transparent, and just like make some yelling lines behind it? And then, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, how many lemonades do I have? Because I have not been counting at all. What do I got? 13? That's not enough! I need more! Alright, 14. Oh, dude, man. Oh, gosh. Y'all, March is happening soon, which means bingo is happening soon, which means signups close on the 27th. Oh my gosh, March is just going to be absolutely hectic, but a lot of fun. I'm excited. I stopped counting lemonades again. I think we're at 20. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're at 20. Hey! Nice! 20 exactly. Okay. We're just gonna... Should I buy repels? Yeah, I should buy repels. You should. Chad's in the front. Let's go, Chad. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da do 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 da 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 ba ba da ba. Yes, give me max repels. La 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 la. Give 99. No, it's just by like 20. We could easily afford 99 max repels, but I don't need 99 max repels. I couldn't enjoy the bike music for 2 seconds. I still think It was a poor decision in Gen 2 to go, you know what? As soon as you change routes, no more bike music. Like, please. I love the bike music. Ah! I love bike music in Pokemon games. It's so good. It's so good. I gotta get off my bike really quick because I'm gonna, like, absolutely hop into a battle without realizing it. So fun fact, I didn't need to fight that Lionel to unlock the shrine, but now he's dead, and that's one more mini-boss out of the way. Nice! Let's go, dude. Show that Lionel who's boss! Alright, I'm going to... repel. And we need to go this way. Oh, he turned my way. Oh, I already fought that dude. Okay. Bye, ma'am. All right, here we go. The desert resort. Do I fight these people? No. Let's go. Oh, it's because I already fought them. All right, I wasn't sure if I'd already fought them or not. I remember I had to come back here. I remember I came back here because I needed some more powerful Pokemons. And I didn't have any that were powerful enough yet. I see a Pokeball. That's for me. Thank you. Yo, we got the black glasses. Okay. Classic items. We're going to grab this. A fresh water. Okay. Ayo, there we go. Stop, Anime. Dude, why? That's the entrance to the Relic Castle. You're impressive, Anime, making it here before I did. Dealing with the desert resort's Pokemon took longer than I would have thought. Use a repel. I only made it all the way out here thanks to my Pokemon. Alder went on ahead. Let's hurry. Dude, Sharon, what a goof. What a goof. He didn't use repel. Oh. All right, I want to see what the highest level... Oh, wait. Actually, if I want to know the highest level, then they just actually have to be higher than my level 30. And we'll only run into them with the max repel on. So... Bazoink. Oh, I have to battle? Bro, that's rude. Oh, I don't. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, hi. Justice told us that once again, we should test how much power you have. We will see if you can defeat Team Plasma. Bruh. Oh, fight me. Dumb. Bum. I've heard you. Something about Pokemon working hard. I very much like just skipped all of that. Dude, straight up though, Mario falling up the stairs endlessly is actually pretty mesmerizing. I'm not gonna lie. It is genuinely so good. Yo, one hit KO, let's go. Krokorok. Oh, Krokorok, buddy. I'ma smack your face. It used dig. JK, y'all. I wasted a wake up slap. Da 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 da. Bup. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da ba ba. Another Krokorok. Excellent. Oh, smack him in that long snoot. Just give him a quick little pop. Just like a... right on his snoot. I'm actually going to heal first, though. Oh, wait. We got a fresh water. I want to waste that. Fresh water first. Fresh water first. Bup, 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 bup. There we go. Another wake up slapper. Swagger, no! I don't need your swagger! I don't need it! Get out of here. Man, I miss the yellow flute. I miss the yellow flute. I love being able to cure confusion in one shot. Crunch. Ow. And for free. Like, curing confusion for free? Oh, man. So nice. Low HP kind of slaps. Oh, I should start my next stream with that remix. Somebody actually took the low HP music from this game and remixed it, and it hella slaps. It's so good. He used dig, dude. Stop. Stop. Let me hit you. Ow. Finally. Get wrecked. One hit KO. Nice. Okay. Bag. Lemonade. Zap. Great. Okay, now we turn our dowsing machine back on. And we just fall into the sinkhole really quick. Nice. Dude, why all these fights that I can't... Oh, here we go. Powerful Pokemon. Powerful Pokemon. What do we got? Krokorok. 34. All right, we're grabbing this, buddy. We are definitely grabbing Krokorok. Yes, sir. Level 34. That's 4 levels higher than our highest current Pokemon. And he's using Gig. I should have used Bulk Up, and I should have known better. Whoops. It's so true. Chat's gonna rock it. Crunch. Alright, there we go. Now we'll do a rock throw. Or actually, no, not a rock throw. We'll just do chip away. Can't use items. Well, at least I can use Pokeballs. Haha. Alright, that should do. I'm satisfied with that. Let's do an Ultra Ball just to make sure. Just to make sure. Ah! Rude. Now I can't even throw a Pokeball this turn. Dude. We're just going to bulk up again. That did a lot more damage than I feel like it should have. But that's fine. Let's do another Ultra Ball. Boocha! Zoop. Dude, come on! Get in the ball, son. Excuse me, Krokorok. Excuse me, princess. Of course he gets a critical hit. Sir! Alright, come on, Toons. I was afraid he was going to get a critical hit. And he did. Come on, Ultra Ball. It's literally Ultra Balls. I have used 3 Ultra Balls. Are you kidding me? I have used 3 Ultra Balls! You better get caught, dude. You're going to get KO'd if you crunch me again. Thank you. Jeez. What a freaking Dalinga. Okay. I don't remember. Was this male or female? Female. Okay, cool. Chroma. Excellent. Chroma has finally evolved after all this time. Chroma. Yeah. my gosh. I don't think I can actually fly back to this place, so... Okay, wait, hold on, actually, wait, ooh, wait, that's level 36, hold up, hang on, okay, never mind, I take back my body movement, I take it all back, hold up. What's your special defense, Kofrigigus? What's your special defense like? Pretty good, okay, what's your physical defense like? Yo, Quick Claw! What's your physical defense like, sir? Actually not bad. Oh, no, dude. No. 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 Ultra Ball, please. First try. Yo, let's go. We got another one. Level 36. Woohoo! It has been said that they swallow those who get too close and turn them into mummies, and they like to eat gold nuggets. Give a nickname to the Cofagregus. Yes. Tut. Yo, we got two new Pokemon. So even if we do get KO'd. Okay, look, listen, I took 2 steps. I only took 2 steps, dude. I only took 2 steps, dude. Please stop. Now I just need the Cofrigigus. Cofrigigus? I need Cofagrigus to be like in the lead. That'll be good. Oh, that was actually a big waste of one. I think it just made Link black out. Oh, rip. Rip, you Skippy-Doo. Okay, we'll fight this fellow. Get out of here. No more fight. I don't gain any EXP from these fights, my dude. You, to please my Pokemon, lose! No, dude. No. Dude, no. No. Nah, fam. That ain't happening, chief. I would like to, like, heal and grab my powerful Pokemon, but eh. Oh, hey, look at that. Scraggy Nose chipped away. Interesting. I'm gonna do the same thing. Haha! Get some mackerel. Nope. And a wake up slap. Ow. Super Fang and Hyper Fang are very interesting moves. Because they do damage based on like percentiles. I believe Super Fang technically does 50% of the current damage, and Hyper Fang does 25% of your current HP. Now, obviously, if it crits, it will KO, probably. But it's fascinating. It's a very odd setup. You just kind of walk across that. Do I want to get that Pokeball? Not if I have to do a fight. Not if I have to do a fight. Another Krokorok. It's level 37! It gets a singular... Actually, it gets a bulk up. I was very much expecting it to use Dig. And watch, I'm going to use Wake Up Slap, and it's going to Dig. So I'm just going to bulk up again. Does it not? Oh, dig. You're doing a shrine where I needed the magnesis a block up and used Cryo Assist to keep it up. One of the blocks landed on Link's head and the game blacked out and acted like he fell and respawned. Oh my gosh. You just basically knocked him the heck out. Dang, dude. There's the dig I was looking for. Am I swaggered? I am not swaggered. Let's go. Alright. I'm going to wake up Slap. It's not going to KO. Also, it's another female Krokorok, so I can also name it Chroma. Unless somebody else wants to do that. Dang it, dude! It was too strong. Alright, never mind. JK, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll let you down. JK, don't. I have to go that way. I don't know if I... Plasma. Another Cofregagus. Okay, so come back in here with Cofagrigus. Come back in here with my level 36 Cofagrigus and use Max Repel, and I will only find level 37s, which seems amazing. Seems very amazing. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Bum. Bum. Ba-ba-dum. Bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Garbodor. Garbodor, 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 Bodor, Garbo, Garbodor. Da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. I'm just having a nice time. I'm having a lovely evening. The only thing about Body Slam is that Body Slam could cause paralysis. Clear Smog, no! Why do you know Clear Smog? Alright. Never mind. Bulking up is literally pointless. Never mind, y'all. Bulking up is literally pointless. He'll just Clear Smog me again. He didn't this time, so we do at least still have one. I take that back. Whatever I was about to say, I take it back. He's not paralyzed. I don't know if Chad can actually do this. I feel like Chad's moves are not... Do I have a full restore? I do not. Come here. Hold that thought. Yo, let's go Bright Powder. Oh, God. So useful to have that minus 10% accuracy chance. Bright Powder is very strong. That's right. Now you're paralyzed. Get wrecked, dude. Ah. Just some light damage as I go to Shockwave another one. That's right, get wrecked, Garbodor. Nerd! Get out of here. Strategizing. It's very important if you're not going to gain any EXP. Okay, I want the Pokeball. Yo, Shadow Ball actually is really nice to have. I can teach that to Cofagrigus. Take me down to the Sandpipe, baby. There's so many of them. There's so many of them. I wish they would all go away. All go away. All go away. Where's that Paralyzed Heal? There it is. Alright, Chad. Chad, you're doing great. You're doing good, Chad. Oh my gosh. Another one. 35. Okay. We do have a 36, but we could get a 37. I think the important thing to note here is that we could get a 37. Because I goofed earlier, but we could get a 37. I would like some higher level Pokemon. I will need them eventually. I would like them for sure. Alright, bulk up. Boink. I only have one wake up slap. Oh, that's why I KO'd the level 37. It's because I used bulk up because I'm a dingus. Crom. I don't know if he knows dig. Like, I can't risk my last wake up slap in case he doesn't, like, in case he digs. If he digs, like, you know, my confusion's gone and my attack is only more powerful. It looks like I didn't even need my wake up slap. Ha! Why'd you use swagger, nerd? You lost because of it. Max revive, dope. That's good for the Elite Four. Are there any items up here? Maybe. Cool. Let me... Ah! Stop, I know. It's also level 37? No! We'll come back for them later. Dang it! Okay, alright. I wasn't sure. Forest battles! Yay! Bop. Bop. Ba-da. Bop. Hey there, Liepard. How you doing, fam? I'm gonna just smack you in the face really quick. I've got one wake up slap. I'm gonna use it on you just because I can. Ba 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 da. Nice. I will in fact switch Pokemon because dealing with Trubbish was like actually kind of slow. It was very slow. Zeber! Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of the evolution of Trubbish, which I literally already forgot. Garbodor. Get paralyzed, nerd. Yeah. Using flame charge because I can. That did not do as much as I wanted it to. Alright, fine. Bye! Excellent. Oh, and we got a crit. Yo, that's pretty radical. Trubbish. Hello, Trubbish. A little trash man. I'm the trash man. Give me the garbage. Clear, Smogger, you know. Shockwave. Good. Oh, did he KO himself? Oh, he didn't, but he could have. That would have been pretty fun. I'm actually fast enough. I don't need that. I can just Shockwave again. I could actually Flame Charge, but it's fine. I would have definitely liked that level 37 Pokemon. That would be fantastic. I would like those.
I would really like those.
Thank you, Zeber. Appreciate you. You're doing great, sweetie. I'm already down to like 12 lemonades. Another one. Still cool freak, I guess. 30 Seahawks. Epic. Yeah, we gotta come back here with our level 36 cool freak, I guess, that we caught. Yo, PowerPoint's up. Nice. Gotta go to that where that cool freak gave us. And then come back. Is this a double battle? I think it is. Let's see. That certainly isn't. That's just a crocodile. Or Krokokorok at level 37. Which is a level that I want. Yo, I've been intimidated. I actually don't have any wake-up slaps, though. So it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. Run away, my dude. Let's go away. Is this a double battle? Dude, why couldn't have been a double battle? If it could have been a double battle, but it's two individual battles right next to each other. Bro, come on. Come on. Ow. The hyper thing isn't for the Switchog, or the bulk up isn't for the Wachog. It's for after the Wachog. I'm like leaning it forward. I was scrunched up just a little bit. Just a smidge. I was scrunched. But I am no longer scrunched. I do need this lemonade though. Actually, wait. No, I'll be fine. Probably. Yeah, alright, I'll be fine. Unless he crits. Great. Now I need to lemonade. And Wachog can get out of here. Scraggy. Yeah, no need to swap that. No need to swap that at all. Lemonade time. Now I have 10 lemonades. I'm gonna have to buy like up to 30 lemonades next time. Jeez. There's so many lemonades. Payback? Oh, God. Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't do any damage yet. I'm about to, though. Ah! He used high jump kick and absolutely missed. High jump kick is such a silly move. And now I have to fight this person. Who, again, it could have been a double battle. I won't tolerate people who have different ideas. Ma'am? Ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay, ma'am? That's not how the world works. That's not how the world works, ma'am. That ain't it. That ain't it. I'm just gonna use rock throw because we're out of wake up slap and like now chat is poisoned. So that's helpful. You know what I do? And it's actually like, if you think about it, technically it's a problem. So my camera is here. It's here. Here's my camera. I look down here, which is where my face is. A lot of the times when I'm like talking to you guys, I'll instead of looking at the camera, I'll look at myself, and I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of happens. It's not intentional. It's just where my eyes go. Let's see. One iron defense, please. Nice. Beautiful. Yo, look at that. 4 damage. Rock Slide, because Liepherds are really, really bad physical defense. See ya, kid. Let's go Quick Claw on the swole ants with the Quick Claw, baby. Alright, epic. You won't forgive me. You'll forgive me after you change your ideals, trust me. Here we are. Oh, there's Jaren. Whew, I finally caught up. You two, come here. Come to my side. It looks like everyone is here. Oh, sorry. It looks like everyone is here. It seems you are working hard to resurrect Reshiram, the other dragon-type Pokemon, aren't you? But it appears the Lightstone you seek is not here. Well then, congratulations are in order. Enemy, you were chosen by our king. If you truly desire to keep the world as it is, where Pokemon live alongside people, you must bring the other dragon-type Pokemon spoken of in the legend and battle with our king. Otherwise, Team Plasma will steal every Pokemon from every person in the world and release them all. Release them, you say? Do the Pokemon who live with their trainers actually want that? Is the liberation you talk about really just stealing Pokemon from people? What's this? Champion Alda. Even though illness took the Pokemon that had been your partner for many years, and you haven't had a serious battle in all that time. Even you, who ordered the Elite Four to protect the Pokemon League and left to wander the Unova region alone. Even a champion like you now wants to protect a world where Pokemon and people live together. Team Plasma's king will show the people of Unova that he is stronger than a champion who keeps Pokemon bound. And just like the hero who founded Unova, he will be accompanied by the legendary Pokemon. He will give this order. Trainers, release your Pokemon! For this, we have prepared a suitable castle for the legendary Zekrom and our king. I won't lose. I'll fight for all trainers who love their Pokemon, and for all Pokemon who believe in their trainers. Our king has no interest in you. He has already determined that victory against you is assured. So you stayed behind just to tell me that? Just to make a fool of me? Of course not. I'm doing this out of kindness. Yes, kindness. I'm making sure the champion doesn't get hurt for no reason. Granted, the moment when someone loses all hope, I really do love to watch the moment. Well then, farewell. Yo, what an ass. Rude! Alright. Elder, what are you going to do now? It seems my only choice is to return to the Pokemon League and battle N. But it bothers me to do exactly what Jess just wants. More importantly, what should we do about the Lightstone? Elder, why don't we go outside for now? Yes, that's a good idea. It's hard to breathe in here. Can I heal? Ah! It's hard to put into words, but I'll never forgive them for this. What could that guy called N possibly want? Could he be trying to prove he is right by winning the battle of the two dragons? Yo, phone time. FaceTime. Phone calls. Anime. Hello? Anime. Oh, you picked up. Hey, Anime. Come to the museum in Nectarine City immediately. Right away. Got it? I mean right now. I want the level Pokemon! I could hear Professor Juniper's voice from clear over here. Seems like something big is happening.
I wonder what is waiting at the museum in Nacrane City. I'll go on ahead.
Yo, there he goes.
I'll look around here. I'll look around here once more. I don't want to believe what that justice says. You should head for the Nacrane City Museum.
I'm going to fly to Nimbasa City, and I am gonna go catch some higher level Pokemon. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get some higher level Pokemon. I think that's a little better, don't you? I think it's a better idea. My goodness. Bam, bam. Ba da 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 da. Ba ba da ba. Ba ba da 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 da. Ba ba da ba ba. Let's move Pokemon around. Grab some items. Take them all around. We're gonna move things. Yes, we will. I think we're going to take out Zebra. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah. All right. We're going to take out Zebra. We're going to keep Zebra, but we are going to take out Zebra. Amanita's PC. Move Pokemon. All right. Let's do this. Level 34. Pop on in for Zebra here. Level 36. Pop on in for Hypno here. I got all your items right. I do. Okay, we're going to put Cofragigus up in the top spot. Yo! Whenever we catch that level 37 Cofragigus, I have... Oh, dude! Yeah, I can give a high level... Will Mickey Mouse return? So far, the answer to that is no. I have actually been doing my female voices properly. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back, but this time... I think I already fought that dude. Blink. Oh. Hey there, Chris. Hope you're doing well. I don't remember if I fought that person or not yet. You turn in a circle, right? Yeah. Okay, good. We just run. Gotta go back to the desert resort. I didn't turn on repel yet. I probably should have done that. You're doing well, but your internet is not though. Heck. Hecky heck. Is it like really windy and stuff? At the momentum. Bag. Do that. And then Max Repel, which should be over here. Ball, Pokeball, got a Pokeball. Max Repel. Excellent. Alright. Great thing about Max Repel, with a level 36 in front, we are only going to encounter either level 36 or level 37, and that is what we're shooting for, is level 37. Hi, Sharon. Bye, Sharon. I'm gonna just avoid both of these people just in case they want to fight me. Yeah. Every stream I watch right now is very delayed since it lags enough to put me back a bit. Ah, heck. Gosh, it could also be my stream. My stream, unfortunately, I believe I stream it at 1080p 60 FPS, and Twitch doesn't always give the options to my viewers to be able to choose 160, 360, 720, etc., etc. 36. Okay, we're looking for 37. We got a 36. But that is something to take into account. That it could actually just be my fault. Yeah, we're going in deep. We're going in deep. I wonder if maybe we could even catch a Larvesta while we're walking around. That'd be kind of cool. Are we too deep? We are not too deep into the sauce. Oh, wait. No, actually, we are. Ah, never mind. We're good. Battle. 36, 37. 36. It's not your stream. It's every stream I watch. No. Gosh, Hacky. I am so sorry to hear that. That is unfortunate. I believe if we go into the other area down there, there won't actually be any Pokemon. So let's just kind of run around here really quick. 37, 37, 37, 37, 37, 37, 36. Dang it, dude. Dang it, dude. I want the 37s. I want the 37s, my guy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me that 37. Krokorok, 37. 36. Dang it. So close. Please do not hit me. Ah! He hit me. And now you have Mummy. Aha. Let me get away. 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 Gonna run away. Gonna run away. Gonna run away. Gonna run away. All right. I'm gonna give him a Shadow Ball because yeah. How about no Smoke Ball? Shadow Ball's the move. Smoke Ball is not. Don't know why I keep forgetting that. Lemonade. I need more lemonades. I'm already running out. I'm already running low. Okay. Cause effect wore off. Well, I was close. I was very close to doing that. There we go. Nice. Wi-Fi is so old, so when it comes to Twitch lagging, it's always a guessing game. Is it my Wi-Fi or your Wi-Fi? Because sometimes my Wi-Fi won't just reset automatically, but will just not work and pretend like it's working. Man. Wi-Fi be like that sometimes. It's crazy. There we go, level 37. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm talking about. This will actually be really good. Why don't you know anything? You only know Curse? Are you serious? Dude, it only knows Curse. Why? I'm throwing a timer ball. I thought it would actually have, you know, some better moves, but I was wrong. Dang it. All right, well. No. No. Oh my god, he's at 1 HP. He's at 1 HP. If you do not get caught, I swear to gosh darn heckin' goodness. Please. Yeah! All right, this is really good. This is really good. So the other one was named Tut, but this one is female. So this one can be 2D. Okay, now we just need to leave. Do I have dig or an escape rope? Does anybody know dig? I have one escape rope. That's good enough for me. I don't think any of my Pokemon know dig. That's a lie. Krokorok knows dig, and I'm just a dingus. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly back to Nimbasa. We're going to Swippy Swappy Sloopa Doopy. Somebody. I'm actually not sure who we're swapping out here. Because, like, having a level 36 is still good to have. So, let's heal up. We're gonna need to buy some more lemonades later. Probably not on here though, because I'm looking at my time. New Pokemon. Level 37. We're gonna slap. I think I'm gonna slap out Boldor, actually. Sorry, Swolance. You definitely did well. Alright, so we're gonna like actually give the ghost Pokemon moves that they can use because wow, they don't have a single attack and Curse is just stupid. And look how powerful this attack is. Power Split. Average its attack and special attack. Average its... Dumb. Actually, no, I'm sure it has a reason to exist. But I don't actually know what that is. So... Scareface slows them down, though. I'm going to get rid of... Power Split. Power Split? Guard Split? Power Split. I'll keep Curse, but I think Curse is lame. This one I'll get rid of Guard Split. I'm assuming the moves are the exact same. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Good. Okay. Dig, which I believe Krokorok already knows, but I'm going to double check that. Yes, it do. Chad can learn Dig. Yo! Chad already has like 3 attacks, though. But Chad could learn Dig if you really wanted to. Let's do Attract. We're going to teach Attract to Tootie. And we're going to get rid of Power Split. Internet problems are fun even when you're only having said problem on PC. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Retaliate. The user gets revenge for a fainted ally. That's right. Nope. Volt Switch, Struggle Bug, Bulldoze, Work Up, Cut Fly Surf. Can I teach Surf? Hold on, wait. I just want to... Hold up. I just wanted to... Alright. I just wanted to double check. I haven't had to use Surf yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to go and catch like a super low level water Pokemon. I want to learn Attract again. I'm going to teach it to Tut, because Tut doesn't know Attract. We're going to get rid of Guard Split. Ba-ba-da-ba. I think... Okay. Alright. 2D needs to be in front. We need to give the Smoke Ball to 2D. For now, later we'll give... we'll later give them the Spell Tag. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We're gonna go grab the level 37 Krokorok. And then I think that's actually probably gonna be the rest of tonight. Probably. I have already fought that fellow by accident. That's right. I forgot. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Max Repel. I was in the right place the first time. I just forget sometimes. Max Repel. Oh, it's still lingering. Alright, never mind. Let's go. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There it goes. Okay. Nice. I remember in the original game, it would not stop you. Like, in the original Red and Blue, if you used a repel and the first repel hadn't expired yet, the game would just go, okay, and reset your repel. Basically, not using a full repel. Give me a level 37 encounter. I would like a level 37 Krokorok, please. Would be pretty dope. Ah, such a slow descent. That's why I just walk into the middles. Less of a slow descent. Okay, but what if... Was this the room where we ran into the 37 Krokorok? We're about to find out. Nope, that's Cofagrigus. I don't want the Cofagrigus, I want the Krokorok. Alright, we'll check the floor below. I don't remember which floor it was, I'll be honest. Check it. Was it this floor? Was it the next floor? I hope I don't run out of max repels. That would suck. Come on, level 37, Krokorok. Krokorok, where are you? Where are you? Level 37, Krokorok. Oops. Trying to walk into it faster. Yeah, okay. I did not mean for the bike, but it just kind of happened, so. Okay, now we're going to run around this floor. Yo, super potion. That's cool, actually. Come on. Give me that level 37 Krokorok. Where are you, baby? You gotta give me that level 37 Krokorok, please. Where are you, Krokorok, my dude? Where are you? Where are you? No, I didn't want to do that. No, no, baby. Whoops. Where is it? Where's that level 37 Krokorok? We literally ran into one. Where are they? Krokorok, where are you, my dude? Oh gosh, dang it, I did not do that unintentionally. Thank you, Chris. 37 Krokorok. Yeah! There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Epic. Okay. Scary face. Crunch. No more Moxie. Only Mummy. Alright, I wanted to slow Krokorok down because as you can see, 2D is obviously too slow, but we're going to do it again. Yes, 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 yes. All right, I'm going to get KO'd from the crunch. Just kidding. He's going to use dig like a dingus. I'm going to switch over to Tut. Tut is going to use Attract. A croc, indeed. Indeed a croc. We're going to use Attract. We will use a Shadow Ball. How much damage is this going to do? Because that's Dark type. It shouldn't do too much, right? Yeah, epic! This is great! This will give us plenty of chances. Good. That's right. Get immobilized by Love Nerd. We're going to use regular Pokeball because clearly Ultra Balls are not our friend. Wow! That literally only took one Pokeball as opposed to the three Ultra Balls it took us last time. Wild. Chrome. Ba ba da ba ba ba. All right, great. We can get out of here. Sexy. Okay, and then we need to go to Nakreen? I think I've been saying Nakreen. So we're going to go to fly to Nakreen. Nasern? I genuinely forgot how I pronounced it. I'm not going to lie. I don't remember how I pronounced it. Driftvale, Mistralton, Icarus. How far back are we going? Ah, there we go. Okay. We're going to go over here. We're going to swap Pokemon out. And then we're going to go raid somebody. All right, let's heal up. Let's move Pokemon. Let's move around. Move them all around town. I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep the bird because obviously I still need to fly, and I'm pretty sure I can't teach a ghost type Pokemon fly unless it's like a ghost flying type, and then it'll do it. But currently we don't have that option. So let's grab Chroma 37, swap it with Chroma 34, and then I'm keeping both Cofagrigus because 36 and 37 is pretty radical. And if this doesn't work, I can always swap out Zeber later. But for now, let's do this. 2D, I'm going to take away the Smoke Ball. You are now going to have the Spell Tag. So you can be absolutely a legend with your Shadow Ball. Chroma, I am giving you black glasses so you can look swag and have more damage. And then just reloaded the page, so I hope it doesn't lag. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. I hope not. Hope it does not lag as well. We're going to give this Cofagrigus nothing. I'll give it the Quick Claw because why not? Okay, let's teach Chroma some moves. Maybe, potentially, possibly. Let me see. We already know Dig. Bulldoze. Use your stomps down on the ground. It attacks everything in the area. Target speed stat is reduced. That's 60 damage. I really don't have that many TMs, do I? Alright, let me see. Let me see if it's worth teaching Chroma. Let me see. What do you have, Chroma? You have Swagger, which I'm never going to use. I'm genuinely never going to use Swagger. And here's why. It doesn't matter that it confuses the opponent, I am still raising their attack power. And I think that is a terrible idea. Let me just organize everything really quick. All right, epic. Let's save. And hope that I remember where we left off next week. I certainly hope I remember. I certainly hope I remember. But that's going to be the end of stream today. Thank you all for coming on in. Well, we played some gosh darn heckin' Pokemon challenges. I really like this challenge. It is fantabulous so far.